Hey everybody, it is a beautiful day. Isn't it, Kaylee?
Mm-hmm.
Is it beautiful?
It's also delicious.
It's a delicious day, a beautiful, delicious winter day. Nice and warm, we just got some fluffy snow. I'm gonna get the tractor out. We're gonna get the kids' sled out. We're gonna have some fun. Let's do this. Hey there, thanks for turning down my road. If this is your first time here, my name's Carl. My little brother and I both work for local farmers full time, but we both also farm together with our cattle herd and our hay operation. Everybody's involved, from the smallest to the biggest. If you don't have the joy of farming yourself, I'd love to help you experience it through this channel. Whatever your background, you found the right place. This is Dodge Brothers Farm and Ranch. Somebody want to hold on to the GoPro so that the people on YouTube can see what it looks like from your angle?
Okay.
All right. Try it again. Good morning. It has been a beautiful week so far this week. Hasn't mattered much to me because I've been spending most of my time pressure washing the hog building, getting ready for a new group of pigs to come in. I'm going to finish that today. And then this afternoon, we got to get the last couple loads of corn delivered to the local elevator because it's the end of the month. Let's get cracking. Well, the wind is headed the other direction today. It's blowing in from the road, so we're going to turn this thing around and load backwards from how we normally do it. I'm going to nose the truck out towards the road so that the truck doesn't get covered in, you know, bees wings and fines and a bunch of junk and get sucked into the air filter. Oh, just about forgot. Got to open my tarp. Apparently the tarp wanted to talk on the CB radio today. Not sure if that was a coincidence or if that was actually 27 megahertz interference from this. I doubt it. I bet that was a coincidence. while we're loading the truck, let's take a little walk together. I want to explain to you why this is my favorite place to load corn on the whole farm. So you might just think that we're loading out of one bin that sits right out by the road, but if you thought that, you'd be wrong. We're unloading 2 bins onto the truck at once right now. The corn comes out of this back bin and down into this cross auger that goes into the back of the bin that sits right by the road. Now that auger goes clear through the floor underneath that bin and all the way out to where the tractor and auger are parked in the front. So we've got corn from 2 bins mixing together and loading on the truck at once. I can load this truck in just about 10 minutes. This is a great way to load. So while I step inside to microwave my coffee, I can see the truck loading through the window, so I can make sure that I don't run it over and make a pile of corn right in front of the road. You gotta be super cautious. You don't want your neighbors to see your mistakes, do you? Okay, so soon I'm gonna have to pull ahead and load the back of the truck. Here's a little trucker trick for you. I've got the hitch off the auger here, and I basically line it up with right where the corn's coming down out of the auger. Lay it on the ground right next to the truck. Then when I go to pull forward, I can see that in my mirror and line that up with the back tire. All right, can you see the auger hitch there? Pull forward to load the back now. And stop right about there. Actually, that's just a little too far, so I'll let it roll back just a touch. All right, let's go check our work. Boy, I hope this turned out good, because I'm gonna look really silly if it didn't. Look at that, would you look at that? Just how you want it to be. Well, I'm loading the last load of the month right now, which is good because this is the last day of the month that I can haul into our local elevator. They're not open this weekend. And then Monday is a brand new month, February. So they are open for another 30 minutes, and I'm about halfway through loading the last load. It's gonna be perfect. Oh boy, better call it a load. Really this fat. I've just got the camera in super view mode, so everything's stretched. I want you to be able to see as much as you can possibly see. All right, we've got a gap in traffic. Here we go. Let's see if I can make it through all 10 gears without missing any shifts and looking silly on YouTube. You know, I have made fun of the power tarp before, but it is pretty great, especially when you're pulling in. There's other trucks coming in the driveway behind you to dump, and if you were the only guy with a non-power tarp, you'd have to pull over and get out of their way so that you could get out and crank your tarp open, and you'd lose your spot in line. You might have 2 or 3 or 4 trucks go past you while you're out messing around with your tarp. Because one thing you don't want to do is get on the scale with your tarp closed, because as soon as you're on the scale, they want to probe your load and get a sample of your corn. And if you don't have your tarp open, it makes everybody mad because it holds up the process. So it's really nice to be able to push the button right when you're turning in the driveway, and by the time you get up on their scale, your tarp's open. It's nice. Well, I'm gonna leave that truck run for just a little bit because the roads were just a little bit sloppy, and I'm afraid I got some moisture into the brakes. And there's nothing I hate worse than having the brakes all frozen up on the semi when I'm trying to get ready to go for another fun day of trucking. So I'm just gonna let that truck run for a little bit, and that will keep the air pumped up. It really should hold air almost all night anyway, even with the brakes released as they are right now. Once everything cools off a little bit, gets closer to freezing, I don't really care if the brakes set themselves then, because they won't freeze together if the stuff is already frozen to them. Does that make sense? If you ever ran a truck, I know it makes sense to you. Let's go start the Cummins, put the Gator away, put the auger tractor away, and call it a day. This truck has been sitting here all day, and it's been pretty cold today, so it's not going to be really happy about starting, but I have no doubt that it'll start. I just want it to have a little more time to warm up before I get going. Yeah, it's a little choppy. Probably going to smoke a little too. Well, guess what just happened? I got my truck warmed up, I got the semi shut down, I got all the stuff put away, and I just realized that my hog clothes that were in the washing machine, I put all of my hog clothes in the washing machine before I started hauling corn. They got off balance and messed up the washing machine before the rinse cycle. So now I'm ready to go home, but I gotta hang out here for another 10 or 15 minutes until my clothes get done so I can put them in the dryer so I can have something to wear into the hog building tomorrow morning. So let's have a snack and let's have a chat. I got something to show you. So my favorite snack lately has been apples, and they just feel so much fancier if you cut them up with a knife when you eat them. Duh! And if you don't drop them on the floor wet side down. Hold on. Anyway, like I said, much fancier if you cut them. What was I going to show you guys? Oh yeah, these brand new Dodge Brothers hats. They're a completely new style, a different brand of hat. And I'm interested to see how they're going to work. They feel really nice. They're super comfy. I think they fit pretty good. And I think they look really snappy. So we'll see how they hold up. If we really like them, we might order a pile of them if any of you want some. Let me know in the comments if that would be something you would be interested in. Okay, I'm out of here. As always, thanks for hanging out with me in the bathroom. Thanks for hanging out with me wherever I go. I'll see you next time.